The theme today, infrastructure. Major infrastructure projects in Bali delayed. And President Jokowi opened the sea sand export faucet. Walhi says there are plans for sea sand mining. Is Bali safe? Welcome to the latest news from Bali and Indonesia. This is September 17th and 18th, 2024, and my name is Bruce. And what is the weather like today? As usual, 29.9 degrees Celsius, humidity 68%, wind speed 14.4 kilometers per hour, a little gusty today, and still no rain, although I saw in the news that Karangasem had some big rain and a tree fell down and interfered with traffic. So are we getting ready for the rainy season already? It's still dry season. We're still mid-September, so let's hope not. A lot of stuff to talk about. And, well, I won't get it done today, and I won't get it done tomorrow probably. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But let's get into the first story. And talking about delayed infrastructure, right? Our lead stories. Deadline delayed by 6 months. Work 75% complete. Shortcut 7D and 7E targeted for completion in December 2024. This is about the Singaraja-Mengwitani Shortcut and points 7D and 7E, which are located in the Sukasada district. According to this, they're going to be done in December, but they were planned to be done in July. The construction progress is now at 75%. Head of the National Road Implementation Work Unit said that the agreement to complete the construction of shortcuts at the 2 points in December is due to a change in construction. What is the change? Well, previously it was projected that the construction of the shortcut would use geofoam construction, but due to various considerations, especially from the PUPR Ministry, that's the Ministry of Public Works and Public Housing, the plan was not realized. The use of that construction requires a longer time and a larger budget, as well as concerns about the guarantee of the bridge's durability with that construction. He said there's no evidence that geoform can last up to 100 years, like the guarantee of bridge durability in general. Therefore, his party also increased the elevation of the bridge's existing piles as a replacement for the cancellation of the use of the construction material, the geoform. This is also what then caused the shortcut project of point 7D and 7E to be postponed to December from July. He emphasized that every obstacle that might arise has been mitigated, so there's a solution. It's supposed to be done in December, remember that. The shortcut project is 75% complete. The shortcut will be completed by the end of the year. If it's late, there will definitely be a fine, he told Radar Bali. From Radar Bali's monitoring of the shortcut project, 7E has been completed and connected. Even vehicles from Singaraja to Denpasar, vice versa, can pass through that part of the shortcut, although the point still looks like a drainage project. Meanwhile, at point 7D, the construction is still ongoing while trying to get things done on time. The shortcut point is built on a ravine, so it requires piles as bridge supports. For your information, the Singaraja-Mengwitani Shortcut started work on August 29th, 2023 by the former governor, Y.N. Coaster. As planned, these 2 points will reduce the length of the road, which was originally 603 meters. It will go to 555 meters. Point 7D is 340 meters long and 7E 215 meters long. Of the total road, 155 meters are bridges. The shortcut also has only 4 bends from previously having 8 bends, and the slope is lowered as well. The project funds use Ministry of PUPR's funds for the 2023-2024 year, about 82 billion rupees. So one major project that was supposed to be done already, not done yet, and that should theoretically shorten the time between Singaraja and Denpasar and Singaraja, and make it easier for people that want to come up here and vacation. Okay, and what about another infrastructure project that I've talked about so many times, and it is, well, it's caused a lot of controversy. Fate of Mengwi-Gilimanuk Toll Road project remains unclear in this political year. In the midst of ongoing simultaneous regional elections, the Gilimanuk-Mengwi Toll Road construction project that will cross 3 regencies is increasingly unclear. In the midst of the ongoing simultaneous regional elections, the Gilimanuk-Mengwi Toll Road construction project that will cross 3 regencies is increasingly unclear. Until now, there is no information on whether the toll road project will be continued or not by the central and regional governments of Bali province. Although before that, a number of affected village head forums had held a peaceful demonstration, and I talked about that back, I think, in August, at the location of the agricultural lands of the residents affected by the toll road. Antasari village head Inyoman Agus admitted that his party held a peaceful demonstration in August, where a number of village heads affected by the toll road, together with members of the community, came down to demand certainty about the continuation of the Gilimanuk-Mengwi Toll Road construction. Up till now, in September, there's been no information or certainty from the government. The people who are affected by the toll road are still waiting with a sense of restlessness and anxiety, he said. Until now, there's been no information or summons from third parties or the government regarding the continuation of the construction of the toll road, which is going to take up 1,113 hectares of land. They said the land acquisition will be in July. We're waiting for the work to start in September, but there's nothing. It's just false information, he said. There's no certainty from the central government regarding the construction of the toll road across Jembrana, Tabanan, and Badung regencies. The people affected by the toll road are truly desperate. Moreover, now that it's a political year, the continuation is even more unclear. Moreover, the location determination for the toll road project expires in March coming up. Let's just wait until the end of this year after the political event, whether there's certainty from the government or not. Previously, there were 3 times when the community and the village heads held peaceful demonstrations demanding certainty about the completion of the toll road. This is going to impact 49 villages and 7 sub-districts in the 3 regencies. Land, Jembrana 684 hectares, Tabanan 420, and Badung 9. Unfortunately, the toll project, even though the decree of the governor of Bali in 2022 concerning the determination of the location for the construction has not been realized. And so this is an ongoing drama. I feel for the people that are affected there. They want to get on with their life, and they're not getting any solid answers from the government or the third party who is supposed to be involved in the construction. Building a toll road seems to be a lot easier than building an underground LRT, an underground subway. If they can't build this toll road, what are they going to be doing with the subway? And what about President Jokowi and sea sand exports? President Jokowi opened the sea sand export faucet. Walhi says there are plans for sea sand mining. Is Bali safe? At the end of his term, President Jokowi made a controversial policy. What is it? Jokowi reopened the export of sea sand that had been banned for 20 years. The alarm for environmental dangers is back on. The regulation is stated in the revision contained in the Minister of Trade Regulation number 20, 2024, concerning the Second Amendment to the Minister of Trade Regulation number 22 of 2023 concerning goods prohibited from export, and the Minister of Trade Regulation 21 of 2024 concerning the Second Amendment concerning export policy and regulation. Thankfully, the beaches in Bali are safe, and there is no potential for export. This was conveyed by the head of Bali Province Marine and Fisheries Service when contacted yesterday. For Bali, there is no potential for sand to be exported. This refers to Regional Regulation number 2, 2023, concerning the spatial planning plan for the province of Bali, 2023 to 2043. Mining activities are not permitted here. But in the regulation, the use of sea sand is permitted on a limited basis. We'll talk about that in a minute. Confirmed by the Executive Director of Walhi Bali, Made Krishna Dinata, alias Bokus. The sand export policy issued by President Jokowi is a policy that could potentially worsen the condition of the Indonesian coast and Bali in particular. How could it not be? Sand exports that are in line with marine sand mining activities will potentially cause abrasion and damage along the coast and small islands, he said. Bocas further explained that in Bali, the latest information obtained by Walhi is a discussion held regarding the AMDAL reference framework related to the project to utilize sea sand sources for coastal conservation projects on the island of Bali by the Bali Bonita River Region, BWS. The discussion is related to the study of sea sand extraction activities by suction, which will be carried out in the Jimbaran waters, which is said for the Bali Beach Conservation Project Phase 2 will be carried out in 3 coastal areas, Chandidasa, Kuda Legi and Seminyak, Nusa Dua Tanjung Benoa, and Sanur. Walhi found that the activities of taking sand from the sea, or sea sand mining, which is planned to be carried out in the waters of Jimbaran and Tanjung Benoa, is suspected of worsening the quality of coastal environment and causing abrasion on the coast around the sea location where the sand will be taken. The negative impacts obtained from dredging or sea sand mining can cause damage to marine ecosystem in the long term. He continued, we suspect that the location of sea sand mining that will be carried out by BWS will threaten the coral reefs around the Badung Strait Marine Conservation Area, and the other location also has the potential to disrupt turtle migration in the Bali Sea. The sea sand mining has a major impact on environmental damage and will actually threaten the biodiversity of marine life in Balinese waters. And this sand mining project will also worsen the damage to Balinese waters and coasts. Therefore, the plan for sea sand mining, which will threaten the waters in the region, especially coral reefs and the sustainability of marine biota, must be rejected and even canceled, he stressed. In the document K.A. Andal, Environmental Impact Analysis Reference Framework, the utilization of sea sand sources for the beach conservation project on the island of Bali by BWS is suspected of being carried out in violation of the law because it is not in accordance with the RTRW. The project, claimed to be for saving the beach, they suspect is just a cover because the location of the beach rescue is actually close to starred hotels that will be affected by abrasion when he talked. Furthermore, Bocas revealed that on Tuesday, May 21st, 2024, a discussion was also held regarding the planned sand storage activity, a sand stockpile, which will be carried out in the Bukas Gumang Protected Forest Area, Bugbog Village in Karangasem, covering an area of 4.8 hectares and will accommodate 500,000 cubic meters of sand, so that the sea sand mining activities will be carried out in the waters of Benoa and Jimbaran, in addition to threatening the surrounding coast and its biodiversity, which has the potential to cause environmental damage such as abrasion. It will also sacrifice 4.8 hectares of protected forest to be used as a place to store sand, which is located in the protected forest area of Bukit Gumang, Bugbog, Karangasem. So, looks like we're going to be exporting sand, but not sand from Bali. There is going to be some limited mining in the sense of taking some sand from one place and putting it in another. And it appears that they're going to put it in an area where there are starred hotels and where the beach is being eroded. By the time everybody's done with this, is there going to be any nature left in Bali? We're already cutting down all the trees for villas and hotels and destroying the padis, and now we're going to screw up the ocean as well. Okay. And deportations, I said there was a lot of news about deportations. There is. Deportations are up. 378 foreign nationals deported from Bali, up 135%. As of September 9th, 2024, the immigration staff at the Bali Regional Office of the Ministry of Law and Human Rights deported 378 foreign nationals. This number has increased compared to 2023 when 335 foreign nationals were deported by the Nurai Immigration Office, Denpasar Immigration Office, Singaraja Immigration Office, and Denpasar Immigration Detention Center. During this period, the detention center became the technical implementation unit for immigration that recorded the most deportations with a total of 203 people. Deportation is the most common immigration action taken against foreigners. Nationally, deportations accounted for 73.64% of the total number of TAC in the first 6 months of 2024, where 1,503 foreigners were deported. This number has increased by 135%. So it's not Bali, it's nationally the 135%, compared to the first semester of 2023, when 639 foreigners were deported. We must respond to the increasing mobility of foreigners with greater vigilance for their activities, said the Director General of Immigration. Previously, the Directorate General of Immigration conducted a national-scale surveillance operation, Jagrotara, which netted 914 foreigners in May and 1,293 people in July. In Bali, the Bali Becek surveillance operation carried out in June netted 103 foreigners suspected of being part of an international cybercrime syndicate. I never tire of appealing to the ranks, both at the central and regional levels, to act responsively to potential foreign interference that arises, said the director. To provide a deterrent effect and maintain the dignity of Indonesian government, immigration officers throughout Indonesia carry out surveillance both incidentally and periodically in urban areas and at the borders. Where there are foreign nationals who violate the rules, we will take action, said the Director General. And reasons for deportation? The most common one is an overstay of visa. There was an interesting one that I saw yesterday. 2 people were being deported because they were 3.5 years overstaying because they didn't want to leave their dog. And that is it for today. Thanks for viewing. Be kind to someone today. Stay safe. And I will see you next time, maybe tomorrow.